Hi everyone, Gabe here, and I'm really excited to show off this custom blush I've made. And the first one I've completed in 2021. Come on, turn around. I know you're shy, but trust me, they're gonna love you. Just turn around. That's right, I've made the shy super crown ghost princess herself, Boosette. Now I know some of you are gonna be confused, but let me explain. Back in 2018 when Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe was announced, Toadette had a power-up that can turn her into Peachette. And artists on Twitter decided to combine the idea of the Super Crown and put it on Bowser, thus creating Boosette, which started a trend where if you put a Super Crown on top of a Mario enemy or a character in general, it'll turn into a beautiful princess of said character. There was like Chain Chomp Ed, there was Bullet Bill Eds, I think there was Kamek Ed, there was a lot of Eds. Now Boosette was the most popular one. The second most popular one was Boosette, or Boosette, but for the sake of the video, I'm gonna call her Boosette. I personally like her because, well, I mean she's a beautiful ghost princess, but I really love it when artists make Boosette shy. Come on, just look at these arts. Isn't this just adorable? So, during the last months of 2020, I decided to make her into a plush. And I have to say, I really loved how I designed her. Now, because Boosette is a fan-made princess, lots of artists had different interpretations for her design, which made it difficult for me to choose what I wanted for my Boosette plush. But I decided to take some of my favorite art for Boosette and apply the different aspects of her design to a custom plush. So let me just start with the obvious. I made her a pale white ghost princess, because you know how ghosts usually are extremely pale. So I decided to apply that with my Boosette. I'll just give her a turnaround. She looks great, real great. A little scuffy about here, but I can probably fix that. So I actually started by making the head. Then the body, which is like a cylinder, a bigger cylinder, kind of like a Professor Egad, which I don't have with me. These are actually the second arms I made for her, because the first ones, I tried something stupid by like giving her ribbons on the bottoms of her arms and the shoulder, and when I tried to rip it out, the glue residue was still there. So I decided to make new ones. But for this one, I made gloves and shoulder frills, or whatever the term is for here. Okay. For Boosette, I know some of the arts have this part like as really frilly. Like I guess I can use her as an example. Like Baby Daisy's dress thing right here. But I decided to make it like this. I mean, it's better than not having anything there. Then came the dress, which is all white, and then I decided to throw a little ribbon thing down here, the same ribbon I used for Cappy. And her legs, yeah, just like the other princesses, she has legs. I think the shoes are a little too big, but you know, I think they're covered by the dress, so it's fine, and I even gave her heels. And actually, because of the dress, Boosette can, in fact, stand on her own, instead of, like, flop down like the other princesses. I also gave her little, like, hair side things over here, as some arts have, like, hair from the side just pointing out. I think I made it too small, but it's big enough that you know it's there. I also gave her purple earrings, which I personally liked compared to the red earrings, because, I don't know, when I see Boos, especially with King Boo, I kind of pair him up with the purple color, or blue from the Luigi's Mansion, the first edition. Okay, then I gave her yet another ribbon, and this diamond, like, necklace gem. I know it's sometimes a circle, but I decided to make it a diamond, because of one of the arts of her. So at first, I cut out a red diamond and a bigger white diamond. I glued them together, then I decided to glue down, paint the white diamond gold, carefully not painting the red one gold. And yet, yeah, more ribbons on the top of her dress, and yes, I know what some people might be looking at, I'm not going to talk about that. Then comes her face, which is probably one of the most difficult parts of making her flesh after, the general design, but I'm really glad with how it turned out. So her eyebrows are actually embroidered silver thread. I mean, I could have done a better job, but at least it looks good. You can see that she has eyebrows. And her eyelashes. I forgot which art inspired me to do this, but, I made it work. Oh, interesting part. So, I've been dyeing a lot of felt lately. Just my white felt dyed to a specific color. So, I had like a burgundy purple for her main eyes. Then when I was attaching the other parts to her, the purple faded. So I decided to paint over it with another coat of purple. And I decided to make the center eye like a dark shade of purple, I believe cobalt. Then for the eye shines, which I think is the catch light, I gave it the lightest shade of purple I can think of. And I really love this. This is my favorite part about the face, her eyes. And I mean, like this nose, it's not that impressive because most of the art barely shows Boosette having a nose, but I mean, the nose is there. Then her mouth, I did the same dyeing method, but this time the color did not fade here. Oh, and her tongue, it's a 3D tongue, kind of like the custom Toad plush. And it's like a light shade of purple as well. And I painted the teeth, as I tried making felt teeth. They were too small that they kept just like falling apart, so I decided to do that. And now the piece de resistance, the super crown, the reason why Boosette exists. So yeah, this is my first attempt at a super crown, and I have to say, I love it. I love my first attempt. So yeah, the super crown's pretty self-explanatory. A small yellow crown with a pink ball, white dots, and a yellow thing on the top. And then eyes, just like the other Mario power-ups. Yeah, really nice, and it's not too big, and it's not too small. And actually, what I did here is, the actual crown is actually, 2 layers of yellow hot glued together. Except for the bottom and the back here. So, I ladder stitched that together, and, I believe I also ladder stitched the back layer of felt to her head. So yeah, so that way it looks nicer. You probably saw this earlier, but Boosette's arms can actually flop around a little just by messing with them. So I can have her do her iconic "Don't look at me" like expression. That was a bad impression, I'm sorry, but yeah, so I can make her do that. Overall, my custom Boosette plush looks amazing, and I have a little confession to make. I intentionally made the Boosette plush to be a test for my Super Mario Princess plush template. And I have to say, it did work. I had a few bumps along the way, but overall, she turned out great. And that's going to play a great role because we'll be making a custom character in the future. I'm not going to say who she is, but I do have a story plan that involves Mr. L and this character that I'm going to make in the future. Now here's Boosette compared to the official Mario Princess plushies. And I have to say, she looks extremely unique. Not only because she's homemade, but just because her expression's not just happy just like the others. Well, Rosalina is kind of like a neutral look, but because of her scared look, it makes her stand out even more. And she just stands out more. She just stands out more. Now, in terms of other Super Crown princesses, yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna make any more. Well, maybe Peachette, because, she's actually part of the games, unless Sine beats me to the punch. And maybe Bowsette? I'm not sure, because I don't think I'm gonna use Boosette that much. Plus, Boosette is my favorite out of the fan-made Super Crown princesses, but yeah. And that is my review of my custom Boosette plush. And I do have to say, I wanted to originally show off in October of this year, but I was too excited to show her to you guys, and just threw that rule out the window. And I'm glad I did. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button and comment down below what you think of this custom plush. Boosette, we're done here, so you can go leave now. Ugh, what the? Oh, how did I get here? Oh well. Well, anyways, thank you everyone for watching, and I will see all of you next time. Goodbye.